Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Lindsey Latham, professional and 100% naturally born, indigo, psychic medium, and psychic healer. Today I am going to have a conversation about soul traps and put some things into perspective for you, because this is what has came up. And I am holding my phone because I don't feel like finding the thing to hold it. So, woo, really pretty bluebird just flew by. I'm gonna have to look that up. Why don't we start there? Let's look up this bluebird in the Animal Speak book. Okay, so this is so interesting. So, the Animal Speak book. It wasn't a blue jay because it didn't have the white. It was all blue. And the kind of bird, I looked it up. And here, the bird, it's an indigo. The name of the bird is indigo. It's an indigo bluebird. Something like that. And the Animal Speak book doesn't have the indigo bluebird in it, but it has a bluebird and it has a blue jay, which both I have come across before. I just think it's interesting that I was just talking about being an indigo psychic and the indigo bluebird flies by my window. So I looked up bluebird, which is not so much common anymore is what they're talking about. And they even talk about the Cherokee Indians in this book, because this is a Native American speak book. It's a Native American spiritual meanings of animals, reptiles, birds, insects. There's even insects in here. It's like a spiritual dictionary of sorts. It's really cool. You should get this book. It's by Ted Andrews. I suggest it. I've had it for a very long time, since I was little. And so it says that the bluebird signifies modesty and unassuming confidence and happiness. And the Cherokees, blue is the color of the north, while in many magical traditions, it is the color of the east. And so it's saying blue is symbolic. What does it mean to you? And then the other part I liked about this is that it says, bluebirds are gentle and unaggressive. They do not push or bully other birds, but they are scrappy when threatened. They have been known to fight blue jays and even larger birds. Their homes usually have an entrance facing south, the direction for awakening the inner child. If a bluebird has come into your life, look for opportunities to touch the joyful, intrinsically native aspects of yourself that you may have lost touch with. And it is also symbolic of a passage, a time of movement into another level of being. Specifically, it is connected to the transformation of a girl into a woman. And thus the bluebird is also sometimes connected to puberty rites. This, of course, has connection to human fertility and new confidence and happiness and coming into your own. Awesome. Okay, so I think that was a great way to start this video. The little bluebird blessed us with its presence, and to me, that proves to me that I am in alignment with this conversation. That was confirmation from a source, from the universe, from the higher realms that are within all of us, that this conversation needs to be had, and that I'm able to shed some perspective on it. So that is what I'm going to do. I don't really have a plan for what I'm going to say, but I am connecting with source consciousness to speak through me and help me deliver the message in a way that is that you are able to comprehend in the best way possible that is meant for your highest good and healing. Okay. So, soul traps. I have been noticing and I have figured out that there are souls stuck in the astral realm after they die due to lack of direction and lack of, I don't want to say faith, but it's like belief. Lack of, it's like being lost. See, what is happening here, and what a lot of organized religions, and if you know me or if you watch my other videos, I do not subscribe to the belief that, which this could change at any moment the more I get awakened to things, because I've been studying the Tartarian Empire, and my mind is pretty blown about that. But that's for another video. Okay, so where I'm at right now, I don't believe that there was or is a group of people who decided to create organized religion to intentionally hurt people, because that is ultimately what it's doing, is hurting people. Now, not all religions. I'm just speaking of the ones that are obviously fucked up. And I don't let my mind get infiltrated with indoctrinations of religions any more than I have control over, because I don't like anything having control over my thought process or belief systems. So there is this conception that gets thrown around the spiritual communities of a soul trap. Like, when you die, your soul gets trapped and you're just immediately reincarnated. And that's how this energy is being regenerated, and these evil forces are stealing the energy of these people that are falling into these soul traps. What I have to say about that is, it could happen if you believe it. If you think that that's what's going to happen to you when you die, it's going to happen, because you are creating your reality. So what is important is that you get very clear on what you want, not what has been imposed onto you from other people's belief systems. So some of these organized religions control people by telling them that they have to act a certain way in order to get into the kingdom of heaven, or else they're going to go to hell. Well, is that what you want your reality to be? Do you want to send people to hell? Do you want to inflict pain onto others? If you want to inflict pain onto others intentionally, you have got healing work to do, and your energy is blocked, and quite literally the F word with an ED on the end of it. The reason, if you are feeling that you want to inflict pain onto others, is because you are inflicting pain onto yourself by blocking, allowing your energy to be blocked by other people's emotions and other people's or organizations' beliefs being imposed onto your purity. And everything within you, except for your mind, because your mind has been brainwashed, everything within you is screaming, no, no, no. But you're brainwashed. And what do people listen to? They don't listen to their bodies. They listen to their minds, because that is what has been brainwashed. Quite literally, people are walking around here on this planet with their minds snatched up by something else and controlled by the media, pretty much, and by religions and school systems and all these outside forces trying to capture the minds. It's like a huge cult system that goes on this planet that you are meant to, this is why we are here. You are meant to realize these things and ascend out of them into joy, into sovereignty of thought, into thinking for yourself, into making decisions in integration with mind, body, soul, spirit. There's Lucky. Hi, baby. That's Lucky the squirrel. I don't know if I caught him. Hi, babe. I call him Lucky. There's a whole bunch of them. There's Lucky, Peanut. There's another one too, but I can't remember what I named him. You know, my father and I, when I was little, used to go to this park. And, well, it wasn't really a park. It was like a plaza. It was in Green Hills, Cincinnati. It's a part of Cincinnati, which is where I'm from originally. And there was like a chili place there. And we would go. It was a hitching post. That was the name of it. We would go there and there was this tree. And this is when I was like 4, 5, 6. And we would feed Skittles to the squirrels. Fucking Skittles. Oh my God. I look back on that and I'm like, oh my God. What were we? I mean, like, what? Feeding Skittles to squirrels? Oh my God. I think about that when I'm with my son and I see a squirrel and I'm like, man, we used to feed Skittles to those squirrels. We probably killed those squirrels. Shame on you, Dad. Oh, the ignorance of the 80s and the 90s. Jesus. Okay, so getting back to the point. I am not completely shutting down the possibility of there being some kind of force that wants to harvest our energy and manipulate us into working like slaves and never getting anywhere in life and, you know, all of that shit. I'm not denying that that's a possibility, but I feel that people are just stupid. We're ignorant until we're not. And people create things that end up turning out to be horrendous. And if in fact the Tartarian Empire really happened and they have erased history and tried to recreate this story, that is a whole other monster, because that is disconnecting us from our ancestral story, which would cause even more confusion while we're reincarnating. So it's like we're at complete odds, because if things have been completely erased in history and tore down and built up and a new story fed to everybody, if that's actually what happened, then we're at the odds and the amnesia that we're experiencing is so much stronger because we really are not in alignment with our, like I just said, our ancestral bloodline. And so we're not only having amnesia because that's what we signed up for, but we also are being told even deeper lies than we can even fucking comprehend, which creates this underlining energy in the collective of being lost. Like, it adds another layer of dementia in a way. And then if we bring it up, we're accused of being fucking crazy. And because of the manipulated, brainwashed people who just say things out of their mouth because somebody else told them to say it, and they don't think for themselves at all, and they're worshiping things that make no fucking sense whatsoever. It's, you know, if there are people like that created all this, they are laughing at people who are worshiping Jesus in Jesus' name, amen. I just don't understand that shit. And how those kinds of people lash out at others when really what they accuse others of being is how they are being. And they don't see it. And it's just like, it's so fucked up. And if there are people that created that shit on purpose, they are fucking laughing at all of these Jesus freaks. They are fucking somewhere laughing at you guys. Because you got tricked. I'm sure a lot of people will hate me for that. But you know what? I'm not for you then. Period. I do not jive. I cannot even get on the same page with that shit. It is so dumb. It is so dumb that I am just like, what? You what? Oh, shit. Okay. Those who see evil in others are evil themselves. Just keep that in mind. A true mirror. If you're going to call someone a demon, you, my lost soul, are the demon. The point of this life and being on this earth is to ascend out of the lies into personal truth that you form and realize and are given from source within you, not what you think others are going to want you to think and what you think this Christian God would want you to think. And no amount of indoctrination or baptisms, if you are trying to get baptized to save yourself, you are falling into another trap. Like this whole Kat Von D thing, she has to be getting paid for that shit. She has to be getting paid for that shit. Otherwise, she's dumb. Like, how can you be that dumb? I guess we're all dumb, aren't we? We're all dumb, but we're not all demons. Just because somebody has different views from you does not mean that they are demonic. And if anybody, what it takes is you reviewing your history. This is what it takes. Are you viewing someone as demonic or a demon because someone in your past told you that people like that are demons? That is the shit you've got to start reviewing. You have to uncover the layers of conditioning. Where did your conditioning come from? And how subject are you to making your decisions and your thoughts of others based on the conditioning that was imposed onto you as you grew up? So, if you subscribe to this story that someone who, from a religion that allows pedophiles to molest children because their energy is so fucked up, because they're so far away from their own truth in connection with source, that they're molesting children, that you're going to let people like that impose their thought systems and their way of thinking onto you, good luck. You're going to be molesting children before you know it. Maybe not you, but maybe your kids. Start thinking like that. What are you imposing onto your children? What energy systems are you allowing to be imposed onto your children? It's not all about you. So, if you allow these religious systems, or anyone else for that matter, even the spiritual community, if you allow the spiritual, anybody, is my point, impose their beliefs onto you that if you don't act a certain way, you're going to go to some fiery, tortured place when you leave this body, and you believe yourself to be a piece of shit when you die, well then you better buckle up, baby. Because you're going to put yourself through that torture. In the astral realm, you can go anywhere and do anything, is another thing. You can create and go anywhere that you want. Oh, I never even realized this before. So, that's where it's at. Like, you think about it. If you've ever gone out of your body or in your dreams, you don't realize that you're out of your body, but you are. In your dreams, if you're having lucid dreaming, how you can create anything, how you can just leap and you'll fly. I had to teach myself how to fly in the astral realm, which I think is fascinating now that I think back on it. Why did I forget? Maybe, I don't know. That's a whole other video too. So, and my friends who have died, I have come up on them. When my best friend died, I came up on him in a really fucked up place one time, and I didn't create that shit. At least I don't think I did. I would hope not. I had heard about such places. I don't want to talk about it either because it was really awful. And I've also worked, my main mentor is a Native American shaman, eagle woman. And this is before I knew I was a medium. But the first time I met with her, I just had another friend die. And a bunch of my friends were like stuck to me. And some of them were stuck in other realms, either asleep because they didn't want to wake up because of pain. And some other ones were reliving shit over and over and over again. And she was able to pull them out and release them to be able to move on, to do whatever they wanted to do. So, and with this stuff that has started happening that I'm putting together, there are souls getting stuck. So all I'm saying is start thinking for yourself. Don't allow others to impose their views on you, and decide for yourself what you want it to look like when you die. Do you want your loved ones to be there to help you move forward? Do you want angels to come help you move forward? Do you want, I don't know, like it's up to you. Like you got to figure this shit out yourself. It's not anything that anybody can tell you. But what I'm saying is figure it out. Or you may get stuck. But there will always, know this. We created this universe. We did as a collective. We are one. I keep wanting to say amoeba, but I don't think that that's the right fucking word. So excuse me. I'm not like incredibly too book smart, okay? We are one blob, okay? We are one unit having all of these different experiences in different bodies. But at our source, we are all the same. I don't even know where the fuck I was going with that. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. So the way that we set up this reality is that everything is going to work out in your favor and for your benefit, no matter what. So even if something does happen and you die and you get stuck, there's going to be people like me who are helping you, and people like my mentor who are helping you get unstuck and move on. So you're never going to be stuck anywhere forever, like religions try to tell you that you will be in order to control you. You're always going to be okay. And it's always for your benefit and highest good and healing. Like that guy at my mom's house who passed away, who it was making me feel like somebody was watching me and my mom. I didn't even know he was dead. He was waiting for me to come over and help him. That's why I was feeling like that. And I did, and then he moved on. It was like that. You know? There's always, so now it's like whenever I have the feeling like I'm being watched, go back and watch the video. Go watch the video. There's another video about this. It's about a technique to help souls move that are stuck in this realm, which if you are a light worker and if you are a healer, you can be doing every day. And in the video, I explain what it feels like. And whenever you feel like that, you can do this technique and help the souls move so they can go forward. The whole video talks about it. So anyway, don't worry about the soul trap. Just prepare yourself. Know that you're completely taken care of. It all comes down to trust. And these religions and these indoctrinations over the human mind is what creates non-trust with source, because it's all lies. It's brainwashing. The only person you need is you. And I understand that we have to be able to kind of operate in a fucked up society. Like, I get that. But you don't have to allow your mind to be brainwashed any longer than fucking possible. And believe me, I was brainwashed for a long fucking time. A long ass time. Longer than I like to admit. More than half my life. So, I'm very passionate about these things. And, yeah. So, have a heyday in the comments if anybody ever sees this video. All right. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.